Day 29. Today is a good day, day 29, to report on, because it's all about you. It was a hard road for rehab, and yesterday's video was really not the first physical therapy. It was when he was finally strong enough to try to walk. His first physical therapies were really just sitting at the edge of the bed with two strong physical therapists on either side of him to hold him up with a therapy belt to keep him from tipping forward or backwards, and a few minutes, and that was it. And then the next day to maybe try to stand off the bed with a walker and then sit down and then maybe try to stand up again. And so it was a hard road. And one day he said to the nurse he was so discouraged because yesterday he felt so much better. And she said in her wisdom, you know, when you run a 5-mile run and you feel great, and then the next day you feel really bad on a 1-mile run and you think, what happened? It's just our bodies recuperating, and some days are better than others. Don't give up and don't get discouraged. Just keep on fighting. And yet it's hard to do when every day's hard and some days are worse after a good day. But Watertown people just rallied, and you made such a difference for Eric's ability to press on and keep on keeping on. See, there was this really cool idea that was drummed up by the Watertown Pharmacy and Danis Muchko and Denise Gelhausen and Rose Rosedahl to send a blizzard of love to Eric. And so at Rose's pharmacy, they set up a table and they had snowflakes, and on each snowflake people could write a message, sign their name, let him know they're thinking of him. And I knew that there was a blizzard coming, but I was totally taken aback by the hundreds of snowflakes that arrived in the mail. And I would read them to Eric, and after about 10 minutes he said, okay. And he needed to take a break just from listening and taking all that in. But I took the time when he was resting to tape up every single one of those snowflakes so that his entire room was filled, all the walls filled. And I think it was Abby Alberts' art class that created a 6-foot wall art with people signing their names and giving encouraging words. And then it was the wrestling team that sent these awesome, and they just each wrote something. There was just dozens and dozens. I'll read a few of my favorites. Hey, you should get better so you can come to coach again, and so I can see your mustache again too. John Ernst, 220. Never let anyone tell you the sky is the limit when there's footprints on the moon. Jack Sweeney, 106 pounds. Never, ever quit. Brian McDonald, 138. You're always on my mind, and I hope you get better soon. Joe Reinert, 138. And there's just so many more. Great to see some of these names that are just Mr. Train. And just to see the love, the coach Elson Peter and Coach Becker and Andy Train, and everyone sending such beautiful messages, simple, and having just in their own way saying, get well soon. And Mr. Becker's 3rd grade class all made cards. I still have them. Eric should look at them because those kids aren't 3rd grade anymore. He might actually be coaching some of them 10 years later. But there was one special card from a little third grade girl named Chloe. And this is what it said. Dear Eric, I know how you feel. I have to get my tonsils out, and I'm scared. I have an allergic reaction lately, and we are all afraid it will interfere with the operation. I don't want to get hurt. But I know you are facing something worse than me. I'm going into the hospital to get them removed this weekend. Get well soon, love, Chloe. Merry Christmas. And she drew a heart with a smile and wings. And she wrote, P.S. This is a spirit watcher. It protects you from nightmares. Keep it by you when you sleep. And we did. I put it by Eric's pillow. Just all of the love that came down and all of the encouragement that poured in. And you might think, well, what's one little snowflake and one little word on a snowflake? But I tell you, when one little snowflake meets hundreds of snowflakes, there's a blizzard. And there's a lot of snow in the forecast for Friday, and it just makes me think about one little snowflake thinking that's not big deal. But together, united, Watertown sent so much encouragement that it really did catapult Eric into wanting to stand up and sit at the side of his bed and give it one more try or 2 more minutes, or to even get into the wheelchair to go down to PT. There were days when his headaches were too much or he just said no, but it was you that helped him remember your love, your encouragement, your prayers. So don't think your little word, your one little word was nothing, because together it was everything. See you tomorrow.